Hang on, I gotta fix this volume. Cause I know you're talking to me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming.
Hey everyone, how are you guys? Sorry, Mary, I muted you.
I am muted. Can you hear me?
Yes, but I muted you when you first came in because I'm
I know you did. I'm sorry.
trying to play the intro.
Hi, everybody.
So I
Hi,
apologize,
Regina.
but
Hi,
yeah.
Boomer. Hi, Shelly. Hi, James. Or Shell, rather. I keep wanting to call her Shelly.
Well, I still call her Shelly because that's how I learned her name. So we got Regina and Boomer and Shelly and Kelly and James.
Hi,
Shelly and
Kelly.
James. Yeah, right, Boomer comes in here yelling and no I'm kidding. um Today
Sorry, Boomer.
I did because we were in the spiritual learning. We were going over some of the different philosophies, spiritual philosophies. So we did like shamanism, we did Druidism, we did the oldest religion, we did Norse religion, we did Old Norse, India's spirituality, we did Hinduism, Tibetan, the Tao Te Ching. Um, so I figured we'd end that particular series of doing like different spirituality because I don't think there's too much more. Maybe Druidism. Did we do that one? I didn't say it, did I? Oh yeah, we did. We did Druidism. So I think that since we did basically all of them, I think I'm couldn't find any more that were like different than regular Catholic stuff. The regular, this is more spiritual. I wanted to go with the more spiritual aspects and not like religion. So I think we did all the different spiritual cultures. So we're gonna end with this one. And yeah, so this will be the last one here. Is Mary's audio whacked? I don't know. Mary, speak.
What? I'm
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah. You sound like you're underwater.
I do?
Yes.
I wonder why.
Oh, now you sound fine. Where were you before? Did you put the phone too far away from you?
No, it's the same spot. I didn't even know it.
Oh, yeah, there's something wrong with it. At one point you're fine, the next point you sound like you're underwater.
Hang on. I'll go out and come back in.
um, alrighty. So while Mary
Well,
fixes
I say I will. It didn't. I mean,
maybe just change your audio setting. All right. While Mary fixes that whole issue, she will be back and we will start the video. Um, as soon as Mary comes back. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm feeling just a little better, so yeah.
is this better?
Yes,
Better, Boomer?
yes. Does she sound better? She sounds better now to me, so I'm assuming it sounds okay to you guys. Yep. Okay. So you sound fine to them too.
All right.
Alrighty. So let me go to YouTube. Let me set up the video here. So we can watch it.
I don't know what caused it to mess up, but whatever. I don't know. I haven't moved it. Haven't touched it. Nothing. Well, as long as it's working now, that's all that matters.
That's right. All right. So usually we wait a few minutes. We'll wait 2 more minutes, see if anybody comes in. And
Share
then
out, everybody. Share it out.
and then we will do the video. It's not a long one of the shorter ones, because believe it or not, I say it in the video. Even every article I read about it says it in the video. It's a very hush hush kind of thing because it's that Celtic religion, what they considered their religion during the Iron Times. There, um, they didn't write anything. The Druids that were teaching it, and they were all practicing. The Druids that did that didn't write anything down.
Well, they considered it a way of life. They didn't consider that they
Yeah,
needed to write it
so it
down.
wasn't. Yeah, so it wasn't a lot of written stuff about how, but whatever I could find, I did. So it's a little light, this one, compared to our other ones, where there's a lot more because there's ancient writing stuff. So it's only 7:24 minutes, and
Yeah,
so she
Boomer,
could
that's an
share
idea.
this.
We need to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, my laptop's so old that I can't share the screen anyway. The last time I tried to go on live stream with my laptop, it literally kicked me out every 5 seconds. I tried it when Mary was sick the first time, and I was like, "Never mind, guys, we're not doing it." And this is how I came up with this way to do it.
Notice I said the first time.
The first time, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
it
first
is
time.
what it is.
The first time you couldn't play the video, I discovered that my laptop is too work. So I
Yeah.
don't, I don't know. It's too old to work. I mean, that shitting thing was only $150. It was an open box from, what do you call that place? Best Buy. I just did like an open box at Best Buy. And it
Yeah.
worked. It worked for, I don't know, 5 years. I did live streams and stuff from there, so I can't, yes. I'll just make a cigarette so it doesn't make noise during the video, and then we'll start the video.
A lot of people have issues with Best Buy, but I don't. I mean, I bought my computer there. I bought it brand new though. It wasn't open box, but it doesn't mean anything. Bought my son's there. I mean,
Ooh, cool,
I bought
Boomer.
two other
Hi, Scott.
laptops there. Hi, Scott.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's good, Boomer. Tell him hello from us.
Listen.
Oh, well, James. Yeah, it's all right.
Does the camera have to be? No, I don't want a mirror, do I? I just want it right. Let's see.
I know I did, Boomer.
Oh.
Hi, spirits. Hit that EMF for him. Smack it. Hi, Sarah.
Oh.
Both Sarahs.
Yeah, hello, both Sarahs. That's right.
Yeah, I thought I better say that. Say both Sarahs. So both of them don't think I'm saying more to the other one than I am that one than them. I wouldn't do that.
Alrighty.
You bring it just a little bit. There you go. There's no way to. You need to make you full screen.
I think we'd have to take the circles out. I don't know how that works.
What?
And we'd have to take the circles out because it's playing in my circle. Um, you know.
Oh, I guess it works. I guess as long as it makes you front up. It's in the front. There you go. It works.
Hey, listen, it's good. Here we go, guys. We'll play the video and then we'll get to it. Oh, I better put the volume on first.
And Boomer.
Hello, and welcome to another spiritual learning video. Today we're going over Celtic spirituality. Because the Celtic people of northwestern Europe were a bit out of reach of the Roman Empire and the Roman Church, they were far less influenced by those political and religious systems. This isolation allowed them to maintain their ancient and time honored practices regarding the dignity of nature and community, the equality of men and women, and their vibrant and poetic imaginations as portals to understanding human beings as well as gods. As Christianity arrived to these cultures and communities, they were able for many centuries to find a beautiful synthesis of these ancient practices and beliefs with the Christian understanding of God's message of divine presence and eternal belonging for everyone. Although no culture contains truth completely or perfectly, the early Christian Celtics were able to see the beauty of the divine in relationship with nature that stressed humility, dignity of all things, and God's presence in and throughout all of creation.
They maintained rich spiritual practices such as prayer, meditation, communing with nature, care for those in need, hospitality, and poetic use of the imagination and art. They saw in all experiences the presence of the Spirit and were very skilled in seeking encounters with God in all of life. The Celtics believed men and women are equal, able to inspire, lead, and participate in all aspects of community and spiritual practice. And they had a wonderful tradition of cultivating soul friends who took caring responsibility for assisting in the development of and sustained journey of a spiritual life well lived. So many of these practices were lost in Western cultures over the centuries and millennia, but it is quite easy to see how profoundly important these ways of engaging life, one another, earth, and God are to our modern times where community is so dangerously divided. The earth is disastrously damaged in so many ways, and the search for the ultimate meaning is loud and strong around the globe. Celtic Christian spirituality offers a way to reacquaint ourselves with who we really are and who we can always become. The Celts believed in supernatural forces in nature and worshipped gods in sacred places like rivers, lakes, cliffs, and bushes. They built temples, shrines, and sanctuaries at sacred sites. Druids, or Celtic priests, performed rituals and prayers at these sites. They made offerings to the gods to gain favor and to ensure the community's success. These offerings included precious goods, animal sacrifices, and even human sacrifices. They also deposited valuable and everyday goods with the deceased in their tombs. The Celtics buried the deceased in a position of repose, often on or near a wagon. The deceased was clothed in items that may have been decorated with gold, and they also were buried with jewelry such as a neck torque, bracelets, or brooches. The Celtics also performed seasonal rituals. One was called Election of the Kings. They performed this ritual to elect kings that involved sacrificing a bull and having a chosen man drink the blood and eat the meat. Celtic Christian churches exist in the United States in growing numbers, in many cases combining Eastern Orthodox with various aspects of ancient Celtic mythology. One may consider modern Celtic Christianity in the United States to be an example of a revitalization movement. With a religion led by Druids who were loath to commit their knowledge to writing, there are no sacred texts, hymns, or prayers which survive in written records. There are also significant gaps in our knowledge, such as the Celtics' view of their own origins, the universe and their place within it, and the ultimate fate of their world. Nevertheless, we do have, thanks to a combination of studies and methodologies, a reasonable and tantalizing incomplete picture of the gods, beliefs, and religious practices of pre Christian Europe. Variations existed across regions and centuries, but we really spoke about the most common features of the Celtic religion, which included reverence for sacred groves and other natural sites, the dedication of offerings to gods, and burying the dead with valuables. This polytheistic religion of the ancient Celts in the Iron Age Europe remains obscure because of the lack of written record, but yet people are still practicing it today. Thank you so much for joining us for another spiritual learning video. If you like this content, check out our spiritual learning playlist for more. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. Alrighty, I'll turn off my camera while I spin yours back around, and then we'll be all set, and I can put Mary back.
I'm back. I'm here.
There's Mary. Yeah, so we could see your circle. Show where you can see the circle.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Fox.
How
Hi,
tall I
Kim.
am. I'm still backwards. Ah,
You say Celtics. I say Celtics. You say Celtics.
yes.
But I have always heard it pronounced as Celtic.
Yeah, but I'm.
I know, but
They don't
I just,
pronounce
it
those.
doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying.
They don't pronounce those kind of names here in New York. They couldn't give a crap.
I know.
Problem with people is that they don't want to know anything but their own crap. So they don't. It's
Hey
not
now,
something.
hey now, hey now.
n- No, the problem with most people, Mary, is that they believe what they believe and they don't know anything else. When we were in school, they stopped doing the Star Spangled Banner, all that stuff because um yeah, they didn't want you to know about any of that. They didn't want to teach you. Your parents were supposed to teach you, right?
All right,
But your parents only could teach you what they were taught, and then you have to figure it out on your own, basically. So I never heard most of these things ever pronounced. How do you
right.
learn pronunciation? You hear it. I've never heard almost a lot of these, especially when I do the Thursdays. I'm like, what the heck is that word? So yeah, so I haven't heard a lot of those things pronounced. You're not gonna believe, Lori, that the package came right before the live stream. My doorbell rang and I was like, who the heck is ringing my doorbell? And when I went out there, the package was there.
So do you think that Celtic religion is different from paganism?
Um, I think it's closest to Druidism. Uh,
There's
yeah,
there's
because
three. There's there's Druid, there's pagan, and there's Celtic.
yeah, the Druids. I think it's closest to the. I think because
They
also the
they run
Druids,
very close together, all three of them.
because the Druids really started um the Celtic, was they taught
Right.
it and helped and
Well, they
practiced
actually
it.
are. They actually are the seed that started both of them.
Right. So I would say it's closest to that one.
Celtic is
What,
not
Regina?
not violent to humans, where paganism they got pretty deep, and when they did sacrifices, it could have been human or animal.
Ooh, can I open it
Um,
here? That'd be lovely.
so I'm just saying, it's like it just depends. You know,
Yeah.
anybody send you? I guess Boomer's coming up, ain't he?
Oh, yeah. Can you send them a link?
Oh no, I didn't send him one. I thought you did.
No, I didn't. I was running the video and
Well, I didn't know if you sent
so
him
I
one or not,
couldn't.
because one minute I thought we wasn't doing that, and the next minute, so I'll send him
Oh
one.
no, that all that is starting when I come back from my
All right,
daughters.
let me send it to him then. Hang on.
Then we're gonna have days where we just do panels and other days that we don't. So yeah, but that whole new structure is starting after I come back from my daughters.
It
I'm gonna
may
put a
knock me
video
off.
on it and whatever. But right
It
now,
may knock me offline or mess mine up. Does I have to come back in. But hang on, Boomer. I'm looking for you. I find you. You down here in a sea of messages somewhere. There you are.
oh, you did, Regina? That sounds lovely. Talking about gifts while she's doing that.
There you go, Boomer. Get it.
Let me
Get it.
see.
Get it. It's on Messenger. You want it on, or you want me to send it to the other place? Which one you want? Tell me now.
I got a package today from Miss Lori. And I was gonna open it with her, but since she said we can open it here, we'll just open it really quick and see what Miss Lori sent us. That's Foxy's mama. And or what channel are you on? Oh, Foxy's the cutest dog. The cutest dog in the West. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at the pretty paper she put in there. I don't know. You almost don't want to touch it. Oh, of course I opened it backwards. Hi, Boomer. Give me 1 second. I just want to show Lori's that sent to us.
Give me a move.
All right, am I back
I
on
got
here?
the mute.
Am I on
Mute
here
it.
right?
Yes, you're on here.
Okay, I didn't know because, like, when I usually
Nope,
kick out, it
you're
usually knocks
gone.
me out, but it didn't. So I must have done it right this time. It's a miracle.
Look at the cute lighter. It has a little ghosty and it says keep your spirit high.
And it's got a rope to catch Mary. It wasn't me that got lost a circle.
That
Was it me?
that last comment I posted in there, I thought it was a link to the site that I found. The Celtic versus Celtic pronunciation. There's a whole page on it in Webster about it. So I thought it was a link to that.
Oh. Well, see,
But
that's good to know. So some people do pronounce it the other way. I'm like, I swore I heard
Well,
it.
there's a reason for that.
Oh, okay.
If I can figure out how to
Well, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna just
let's see.
give me 1 second. I want the layout to stay on me for 1 second because I want to
Okay,
show
I didn't know. I thought
Lori's
maybe you
shirt.
hit it by
Yeah,
accident.
give me 1 second.
All right, there's the link. There's the link to the page that I found when I
Oh, that's
googled
cute.
Oh my God,
difference between
she
Celtic and
painted
Celtic.
this.
So
And not only, look at the cup he's holding, guys. Can you see this good? I don't even know. The ghosty is holding a ghosty cup. Look at how freaking adorable. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
adorable.
It's adorable. Thank you to the
So
to Lori for drawing this. I can't. Why can't I get it in backwards? Here we go. Yay!
Wow. Sorry for anybody who's got earbuds in.
Sorry, did I go too close to you guys?
That yay was a little high pitchy.
Oh, sorry.
You almost blew
So
my
sorry.
speaker.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
just
so much,
adorable.
Lori. I'm gonna wear it on my next live stream, actually, so you will see it.
Thanks, Scott.
It's totally adorable.
Oh, Black, thank you so much for becoming a member.
Hi,
Yeah,
Blair.
I'm having issues with this.
There we go. Now we're all better.
Are we better?
I said thank you, Scott, for catching me, pulling me back in, reeling me back in.
What's good, Black?
Oh, I'm so excited. The next video I make, I have to add Amber and Black. I'm gonna
She
use my
does. She
lighter
does.
too in good health. So
You,
freaking adorable.
you need to tell him about the videos you do because he probably don't know about them. He won't never go in there and watch them. As you have to do one for him, sure, on food. Some kind of
Uh-huh.
food. He likes bacon, but you don't do meat, so I don't know.
No, well, every time I put out member videos, it should come up as you have a new member video. So if he goes there now, there's some videos out that nobody else seen yet except the members. So I have a rated X one that I put just for members.
All right, who puts rated X stuff on YouTube?
It was because a spirit showed me something. The spirit drew me a picture that was inappropriate. I can't put it on
Okay,
YouTube outright, but I can share it with the members what the spirit drew for me that was appropriate.
that's something I'd like to see.
Oh, I
Spirit.
share the picture with
No,
you
I
in
mean
Messenger.
not that. I mean I'd like to see a spirit be drawing some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I'd like to witness. A spirit drawing like
Anything.
well, no, I mean they draw
No,
all
his
kinds of
spirit's
that,
drawing
but I'm
some
just
stuff.
I mean I don't want to use the P word. So what would be another way to
I
describe
just
that
say
type of
inappropriate.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Male form,
Why
body
couldn't
form. Male
like
body
I've never
form.
had any of my spirits drawing on my art pad any kind of inappropriate material. That's the phrase I was looking for, inappropriate material. I mean I don't know, man. Like
I don't know. They have told me take off your shirt, let me see your boobs. They like all sorts of stuff. They don't care. Like
Perverts.
they're
Pervert
very
alert.
straightforward. You know when
no,
it comes.
I think that was Scott communicating to you what's the word?
Pervert.
Telepathically.
Fox telepathically. Well, this is before I met Scott, but um, no, they said it on the. They would say it on the spirit box. I'd be out doing an
Oh, I
investigation,
don't trust that shit anyway.
and yeah, but that's not something you're going to hear on the radio. Take off your shirt, like when I'm like,
You
hey, and
think?
I ask him a question, and he's like, well, take off your shirt for me, and
They
I'm like,
have
what the hell?
you never heard of Howard Stern? If there's a Howard Stern program playing, there's a good chance one of those devices could pick up that
Yeah,
stuff.
but Howard Stern's voice, you can tell right away. Like, there's no mistaking Howard Stern's voice.
No, but
Oh,
his
Lori, have a
guests,
good night, sweetheart.
you know, the subject of his shows, the guests he has on his shows, like, you could have been picking up those radio waves of a fucking Howard Stern show where one of his guests says, hey, yeah, take off your shirt, let's see them boobs. You know what I'm saying? Like Beetlejuice. He's one of the main people on his shows. That motherfucker's dirty as a motherfucker. He always talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but I don't know.
Anyway.
Bacon. I got some bacon.
Celtic, whatever.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Good night, Fox.
Yeah, that was very brief and vague, wasn't it? There's
Yeah,
not a lot.
well, if I can't find substantial backup material, I won't lie about. I don't do that.
That was an introduction. The first sentence was an introduction to what I was going to say next.
Yeah.
When it comes to like personal beliefs, whether it be of a group of people or an individual, it's not going to be well documented anyway. Just like my beliefs aren't documented, but they're my beliefs, as far as religion is concerned and stuff. So you're not going to find a lot of documentation on, especially when something that began many centuries ago. It's not like, and they're also they don't go and like make up a bunch of shit like some religions do based on what they personally believe. They don't like go out and write Bibles and blah 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 and all that, trying to convince others this is the way, this is what you should follow, this is the way we should do it, blah blah blah. So that's what makes it a more real thing to me. The fact that they're not boasting it, the fact that they do keep it personal and within their own group, and not trying to spread it out and recruit others into it. It's a what's the word I'm looking for?
It's very personal to their
There,
culture,
yeah,
and they keep it within
culture.
their
Yeah,
culture.
yes, it's a culture thing as opposed to a religious thing.
Yeah.
I said that earlier. Yeah.
And when it comes to documenting cultures and stuff, you don't see a very in-depth explanation other than other people's interpretations of that culture. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's why I would more or less lean towards certain beliefs like that, because those are the ones that are based from culture, not religious belief. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's an actual culture to them.
Right.
And
Well, that's like with hell.
and that's why it's pretty exclusive today with certain people that they can date the ancestry back to them. Then you by default you're Celtic because, or Celtic, however you want to pronounce it. The word Celtic came about later on. You know, when it came to America and shit like that. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
because we just
the
pronounce words the way we see them.
the belief system is based on their we said the word a minute ago and I forgot it already. Culture, as opposed to some religious group dictating what things should be. And I'm more inclined to lean toward those types of beliefs and things, because it brings a stronger meaning to their belief, as opposed to somebody writing a book saying, here, this is what you need to read, this is what you need to believe, this is what you need to live by. Bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
They're not out there trying to exploit something.
right. Well, and that's why I started doing these, because the more I looked into the different cultures and their spirituality, the more I was like, okay, everything, they had this called Hennelism. And it was all like, it was what the Greeks, not only Greeks, but European in general, the Turkish, Romanians,
Right.
a lot of different cultures believe in this Hennelism. And the Hennelism is basically the oldest kind of Greek religion that you could go to, which is like they believe in the deities or the demigods,
Right.
basically the 12 champions, but other ones too.
Right.
And they worship all the gods by like giving them like food and
Offerings.
offerings, and
Yeah.
they give them offerings, but
Tobacco, tea.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Dragon.
so they basically, and they're very big on nature and all sorts of stuff. That when I read that, I was like, that's almost everything that they go by is what I believe. So I kind of was like,
Right.
oh yeah, that's what I am. I guess
Right.
if someone ever asked me, I'd be like, oh, when they ask me about my religion, I'll be like, I practice Hennelism.
All right, y'all get me dizzy on this friggin' flip flopping.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know I could do that until I touched my phone, and I didn't know I could move us around like that.
Well,
So
the problem is, Mary, because I'm on yours, you're like the host too. So you.
I did it by accident. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I didn't know you could do that. I do now.
Yeah, there's no way to make it steady, so it just is what it is.
It'd be so much simpler if you just got Zoom.
Bye, Laurie. Love ya.
You say you do have a laptop, but it's an old,
Oh yeah, old.
ancient one
I don't
that
know,
doesn't
7, 8,
support a
9.
lot of.
I don't even know how old it is. Well, no, I lie. I got it
Yes,
So it
I'm
wouldn't.
seeing black.
It wouldn't
7
support
years ago.
OBS. Oh shit, mine's that old and it still works. You may just have to like upgrade your RAM or something in
Maybe
it,
if
It probably
you
needs
know.
cleaned off and
which
upgraded.
is simple. But I'm saying, like,
How,
do you
how
would
old is
do
it?
you think it would support OBS?
Huh?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't even have barely. Like I told him, I do videos on this. I want it to have memory, and I want it to be. I have to be able to run my editing program, whatever.
Right, right.
And so he's like, and I needed it to be in my price
As
range. He's
much
like,
as
this is
she
the
does,
best
she
one,
almost
and we
needs
have an open box and whatever.
as much.
That one has like no memory, so I have to put everything. I had to put everything onto the drive. I have little stick drives with everything on it
Right, right.
because it barely has any memory. I doubt it would be able to hold
Well,
OBS.
as much as you do, you
Well,
almost need a gaming computer.
your
Laptop.
there's a difference between your ROM memory, which is your hard disk memory, how much memory storage memory you have on your computer,
Right.
and your RAM memory is what you uses what you use when you're running programs. That's
Right.
your and it doesn't matter if you have a lot of storage memory, but if you could upgrade your RAM, you'd be able to run better programs if you had more RAM.
Yeah.
And like I did with my computer, I got 34 or 32 gigabytes of RAM now. So I can do better. I can run more and more sophisticated programs on it now. As opposed to when it started out with the 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Right.
And that's probably all it would take for you to upgrade your laptop. If you just upgrade your RAM to at least 16 gigabytes, would if you bought a 16 gigabyte RAM card, it probably 15, $20, I think they are. I mean, I have two 8 gigabyte RAM cards that I would be able to just give you if you could use them, which would upgrade your from what you have. Because I'm assuming you may have 4 gigabyte RAM.
Somebody probably have to walk her through putting it in.
And
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, I mean it's simple, but you got to be like it, the most delicate part is
Hi, Diane.
taking the shell, the bottom part of the shell of the laptop off. That's the most delicate part. Once you've done that, and you might want to have somebody who's a little more tech savvy to install
Yeah.
it for you.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
But
If I bring it over to Best Buy where I got it and go to the little booth there, can they just upgrade?
They might charge you, but if you know anybody, like shit, if you send it to me, I could do
charge
it.
you. It's not going to be as much as a new laptop. If it's like $100,
Right, yeah.
Hey,
you
your
know.
cousin
Yeah,
may be able to.
you could take it to Best Buy. They may have a technician that can upgrade it for you with the RAM.
They'll try talking about buying a new one because it's 7 years old.
Talk about your topic already. We're kind of still talking about it, Diane. We just
we're just talking about
went off
spiritualities in general, but we did go over the Celtic.
Yeah. We just kind of went off script a little bit here with trying to help Christina figure out her laptop issue.
Yeah. And I got a pad thinking that would help, right? But it has 2 microphones, so that was a mess trying to go live with. And then it's just like a mobile. It's not like I had a pad that was LG, and it
Yeah.
was like a computer. So like obviously it wasn't the right pad to get.
Well,
'Cause
for live streaming, there's nothing better than a CP or a PC or a laptop for live streaming anyway.
yeah.
For your uh um for what you need to do, like when you're doing the videos on your live streams, the capability of being able to screen share
Right.
it would be beneficial to you if you had that capability of screen sharing. That way
She
you don't have
also
to
needs.
mess with two different devices trying to,
Line them
and
up.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
needs a good video card too.
Well, and that's why I brought Mary up here, because I figured Mary would play the videos for me. But she's been slacking since she moved.
No, I ain't even been slacking. I ain't got my computer set up in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been slacking.
Yeah, get that computer set up, damn it.
Regina, you leaving? Much love to
You
you.
got a lot
I
depending
should.
on
That's a
you.
lot of money sitting there, and I ain't done nothing with it
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah, no, my laptop is so old it doesn't it doesn't run basically. I think I can print a label on it for return. That's about all I've been able to do with my laptop in the last year. Maybe if I just like reset it like and clean it all out and maybe I don't know. We'll have to see.
That would be a start, but I would wait to do that if you were able to talk to somebody about upgrading your RAM,
Yeah.
and then once that's done, do a manufacturer reset so it clears out everything and you're starting fresh and new with all the same amount of storage space,
Hi,
and you got
Kitty.
the new RAM. You'll be able to run
If it was me, I'd take
other
all the
programs
videos off
better.
there and put them on a stick or a hard drive or something, external hard drive. I wouldn't leave them
Oh
on
yeah.
there, and then I would
No,
take
I
them off and I would clear it completely off to see if that fixes your problem
yeah.
before you put out any money to have it fixed or buy a new one. Because if you got a lot of videos on there, it's gonna be.
No, the videos mostly because I said it didn't have a lot of memory. The videos I would put onto Google Drive. So I just bought a whole bunch of Google Drive space. I'm much better today, Kitty. Thank you. Still a little nose blowy and whatever, but at least my bones feel a little better today.
I bet somebody does.
Yeah, you don't
Oh,
sound. She sounds better than she did. She was sounding really bad
Yeah, I'm gonna put that link in here again
a couple days
that's
ago.
true.
It
so
was
y'all can
really
check it
bad.
out.
That's true, Black. It is.
Would you
Um,
like me to show that since
oh
it's
yeah, you
on
can
the
show that,
subject?
Boomer.
I mean, it's up to you if you want me to
Yes,
share it
please.
or not.
If you can screen share it, that'd be lovely.
I mean, I didn't read it through. I just
Well, I'm sure they're not
saw
cursing, so I'm
certain.
assuming it's okay to show.
I'll read it out for y'all. All right. This way I can share Chrome tab.
I mean,
I don't see it.
you
Yeah,
can
there it is.
you can show it as long as you're using it for learning
There
because
we go.
it is a
Yeah.
All
learning
right.
book.
So this is. Let me know when y'all see it. And let me go ahead and separate that tab. That should
I see
still
it.
share, correct?
It's
Yeah.
there.
All right. So I just kind of Googled the difference between Celtic and Celtic because I was confused on it too. And this explains why is Celtic pronounced two ways. All right. It says what to know. Okay. Celtic refers to Irish culture and heritage, along with the historical people who migrated from the British Isles throughout much of Europe. while the early pronunciation was with a S sound, reflecting its nearest origin in French. The modern standard is a hard C sound like K. This is because language historians desired the word to better reflect its Greek and classical Latin origins. The soft C sound is usually reserved for sports teams now, like the Boston Celtics. Be it in the pub or in the halls of academia, whenever the topic of Irish culture, language, music, literature, basically anything Irish, is brought up, the words Celt and Celtic, or Celt and Celtic, are bound to be heard. In modern day English, those words are commonly used in reference to the Irish people and their widely accepted traditions of traditions. Of course, everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Not me, I don't celebrate it. The Celtic the Celtic cross or knot is a popular tattoo. The Claddaugh, I think that's how you pronounce it, ring makes a nice gift. Okay. The etymology of the noun Celt, from which the adjective Celtic is derived, is straightforward. It's a 16th century borrowing of the French word Celte, which Latin Celta, the singular of Celte, which is the name for a member of an early Indo-European people from antiquity who spread over much of Europe from the Minor. The Latin name is derived from Greek Keltoi, and both the Latin and Greek words referred to the Gauls, the Celtic people or Celtic people, who occupied Belgium. C, straightforward. Okay, how to pronounce, all right, I'm skipping ahead here. How to pronounce Celtic. Following its French and Latin predecessors, early pronunciation of Celt was actually Celt. In French and Latin, the C is pronounced S, as in the last name of the French painter Paul Cézanne, and in Latin century. The pronunciation Celt started being heard as early as the 18th century, which in the time ushered in the variant spelling Celt. The variants were introduced by language and history academics who believed that the pronunciation of Celt should reflect the initial K sound in the ancient Greek Keltoi and the classical Latin Celte. It wasn't until the Middle Ages that the letter C in Latin began being pronounced before vowels, as the combination its prior it was pronounced K. Why are you blinking on me? Stop that. English speakers subsequently reduced the Latin C to a simple S. Outside of, all right, it's fucking up. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's screen share messing with it. I don't know. I'm gonna close that, see if that helps. Now I lost my place because it glitched. But anyway, that's a little bit on how
Yeah.
the different pronunciations of Celtic came to play. See, I always felt Celtic with a
I
K,
wasn't messing
Celtic
with
with a
nothing.
C to distinguish the two. But
Or you think it was me? I wasn't doing nothing. I ain't touched nothing.
huh?
I said, for you think it was me? I didn't touch
No,
nothing.
it was I don't know
Why does
what
it
it
say we only
was.
got two
Got
people? There's more than two
anyway.
people in the chat.
Did that closing out
Hi,
should have stopped
Diane.
the share, right?
Hi,
We
Kitty.
stopped share. Are we back to normal now?
Yep, we're back to
Okay.
normal.
All right. So there. So it's the same spelling, two different pronunciations because of the way things change throughout history.
Yeah. So see, I wasn't too far off. I was pronouncing it the way I heard it once
Right.
before, so
Yeah.
it's okay. Black's
Well,
here, Diane's here, everybody else left us. Now it says 5, but it did go
you
down.
were basically just pronouncing it the way most people pronounce it.
Yeah.
These days, you know, the old English would have been a k. Nowadays, it's a s.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But when I put that comment in there about getting you to learn how to pronounce things, I wasn't talking about that specifically because I know that's.
Oh no, I know there was. Well, and
But I was making a joke about how
Hey, Carl. I actually was listening to it back, and I'm like, oh, I can't redo that, and I could tell you know, but when you're talking, you can't breathe, and you're trying to blow your
Right.
nose. Like I did that video on Monday. I was not well still.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Well, that's
I'm
what I
not
was saying.
saying this shit over again.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was just saying. I wasn't referring to
Hi,
anything
Carl.
specific about that particular video. I was
Yeah.
just making a generalized statement that, being a New Yorker, they don't pronounce things quite, the way most people do. And
That's
so I
right.
thought I'd throw that little joke in there. I didn't mean to say it was anything against your video because
No,
it was a very
I
good video.
already know,
As
Boomer.
a matter of fact, I didn't catch any. It was just when I had that in my mind, the tarot thing popped in my mind, right? And I'm like, yeah, well, now all we gotta do is she does very well with these. She does very well with what's the word?
The narration.
Narration is and
Good, Kim.
as I was saying that, I'm like, that popped in my head, and then I was like, well, now all we gotta do is get her to pronounce certain words correctly.
Yes.
Hence tarot and tarot. A
Those
tarot is something that's on top of a thing that sways back and forth, like
I
a
think
tarot
sometimes
gun.
she gets to
Okay.
talking so fast that she doesn't realize that she just speeds through it and just
well, that
says
word.
says
No,
it,
I've
and
always said it wrong. It wasn't like
we got
that one
gotta get some
particular
of
word.
that New
Other
York
words,
accent.
maybe it's because I'm talking too fast. That particular word, no, I've always said I read things the way I see them,
What was the
and
old
then I just
English?
say them. You know.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So, like, if you see a
Hey,
word that
Carl.
you never, me personally, if I see a word that I never heard before, I pronounce it exactly the way I see it. If there's a silent A and G and R in the freaking word, I don't know because I'm pronouncing it like I've seen it because I don't know
Well, it's
what
like
that
my
word
last
is, you
name.
know?
I know.
It's like our last name. It's Neale. The E is silent, and everybody wants to call me Neely.
I don't pronounce anything right.
They,
That's
Isn't
they
it
pronounce
Neil?
it Neely, I'm like, no, it's pronounced Neil.
Yeah, that's how I always pronounce
What
it.
was the old English you meant? No, because I did the video and the whole thing was
You'll
about
be surprised how many people don't
Celtic,
pronounce it that
but they
way.
were like, "Don't you pronounce it Celtic?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I pronounce it Celtic." So that was the whole thing, Carl. And then Boomer read
Well, there's
why
Celtic,
that there's
Celtic,
two different
you know.
pronunciations. One's from the old and one's from the new.
I knew that. Yeah.
I was just telling Carl. I wasn't telling you, Mary, because Carl asked. Carl just came in. You see, Carl?
Actually, it's not really a dialect thing when it comes to Celtic and Celtic. That's not a
Yeah.
dialogue thing. That's
No,
that's a where
it's
the
an age thing. It's
over the ages, words change. Over time, depending on what area of the world is using it.
And that's what, see, it said once it came over to America, they changed it to Celtic. Because us people, when we see something, we're saying it how we see it.
all
There
right.
is no other.
Now you see why I call it Celtic.
Yeah.
Because it's the old world, yeah.
Yeah. But yep, that's New York for you. What can I tell you?
Anyway.
I bet Carl knows so much about it.
He does. He knows.
Carl up. I was waiting for Thor because he said he would.
Encyclopedia.
Words get changed.
Because he said
very
he would
intelligent.
go over it with us, but I haven't been able to find poor Thor. I hope he's fine. If you listen back, Thor, I hope you're wonderful. I know he works a lot. The thing is a doctor, but
Who is?
Thor.
Oh, okay.
So he was working 70-hour weeks. Then he said it was slowing down, but then I haven't heard from him. So I don't know if it picked back up. I don't know. I feel terrible. What a demanding job,
Yeah, it's slowing down because everybody's pushing the vaccine and the vaccine's killing people and there's nobody to go to emergency rooms anymore.
Kim, I played that game today for like 3 hours or 4. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get us caught up.
Where do you see a Thor in here? I don't see Thor in here. Where's Thor?
No, Thor's not here. Carl's here. So I said, I bet Carl knows about it. Thor was supposed to come up and tell us about this. That's why I waited on this one, because he practices it, but he's been busy working.
Gotcha. I knew I missed something along the way there.
Well, funny enough, my history teacher in 4th grade, he hated pronouncing names. So what he did was take the first 3 letters of your last name, and that's what he called you the whole year. So I was just Sack, because my last name starts with S-A-C. So I was just Sack.
I don't know anybody that could mispronounce the name Dragon. How do you mispronounce the name Dragon? I don't get it.
So, and that's, because we used to have a lot of Greek names. So it'd be like, Pangiotis. And he'd be like, all right, Pan. And then you knew if your last 3 letters of your last name was P-A-N, and he was talking to you. And I was like, why didn't he go with the first names? But he just went with the first 3 letters of your last name. Whatever that was, that's who you were. James, welcome back. Yep, my friend who is a funeral home sees a lot of young folks. Rubber.
I'll bet you it's because he couldn't pronounce your fucking name, so he's like, fuck it, I'll just call you Dragon. Uh,
Strange rubber blocking their organs. Oh, that's
your friend
feeling.
is a funeral home. Uh,
I think his friend who works at the funeral home sees a lot of
I
young
think that's what
folk
I mean.
strange rubber blocking their organs. How strange.
Well,
They are
I
trying
keep
to
hitting it. I'm
set a
sorry, y'all.
fun to help me. Oh, with your brother? Mary's pressing buttons again. What
I'm
button?
sorry.
Press Mary. Mary's pressing buttons.
Excuse me.
No, I'm sorry, James.
But back to the
When you get the GoFundMe link, please send it to my messenger and I'll put it around like on the community page and on my Facebook and stuff. I'll just put it out there for you, the GoFundMe link.
to add a little bit. Excuse me, to what I was saying earlier about
Yeah.
I respect those cultural beliefs more than I do religious beliefs. Uh, Up to a certain extent. I mean, I respect their belief, but I don't believe in like sacrificial things, whether it be animal or human. I don't believe in I don't believe that sacrificing a life is a way to praise your gods or whatever. But
Oh, yeah.
when it comes to like hunting and things like that, that was a practice of ours. Was we would thank the gods for what they had offered us for meal. It's not a sacrifice. We're not giving
Right.
sacrifice to the gods. We are thanking them for what they provided us for nourishment.
Right.
Which is one of our personal beliefs as hunters in my family. But yeah, I mean, sacrificing an animal or a person, I don't see where that can I don't see where any god would want or expect something like that. Like, why put those lives here on the earth and expect someone else to take that life away in their name? I don't
Yeah.
believe that. But I do
Don't
respect.
comprehend it. I don't either.
I do respect it. A personal
Right.
I respect
And I always said it would be different.
that
They
more than
took
I
like a
do.
fish and go here.
But
We're gonna sacrifice this fish for you, so as a way to thank you, and this is like our offering to you. It's food, and then kill the fish, make it, and offer it to them as food.
well, that's
Then that's
different.
one thing.
I mean, if it's something you've already got,
Yeah.
you go out fishing, you fish to survive, for food. Right? Nowadays, you don't have to do it to survive because there's supermarkets. But when you go out and hunt and fish, all right, you're doing it for nourishment. And taking part of that and giving it back as a thank you, as an offering for having it available to us, that's different.
Right.
But you go rope a poor goat and put him on a fucking slab of rock and slit its throat and just leave it there, and you're basically just murdering it.
Yeah.
And
Again.
calling it a sacrificial gift or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. Now, if that goat was was their source of nourishment, they kill the goat, they butcher the goat, they cook the goat, they eat the goat. And then they take part of that and to say thank you, they give some back. that's different.
Right.
That's not a sacrifice. That's a
Right.
you know
Well, and that's what I never understood. Like, why didn't they just do it that way? It's the same thing.
right. Yeah,
Like,
virtually you're doing
you're doing the
you
same
should
thing.
have the same result. That
You're
way you're
sharing the
not
meal
wasting a
with the
life.
gods. So, like, they
Yeah,
would rather you cook that rabbit that you just killed
right.
and everybody eat it than you just kill it just for the sake of killing it. So, yeah. The old wicker men burning for a right, they used criminals. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And old livestock only for the last chance for good crops, etc. Oh, I
Yeah.
got you.
See, now
So they would take.
that'd be an interesting thing as well. There's a lot of people in the world who are, like on death row.
Yeah.
They received a death penalty. Now, why not use them? It's like sacrifice, make them the sacrifice. If they're going to be killed anyway, it's not, they don't, by human law, it's not considered murder when they're being executed for their crimes. The ones that are being executed for the crimes, why not take them and say, there's your, sacrifice there.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's what
taking
the
a
old
like
world used to
taking
do,
an
I guess.
innocent virgin girl and throwing her into a fucking volcano as a sacrifice, as to pay homage to a god, doesn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
That's the whole thing. Well,
wrong.
criminals, like if they used
But
criminals, then yeah, okay. Because if they were sentenced
hey,
instead of
Jen.
stoning them at the, because that's what they used
Right,
to do back in the day, right? They used to chain them up and everybody threw stones and
right.
rocks till they died, or they starved them to death in the square or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
back before the chemical and electric, the
Yeah,
chemical.
before all that stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that would be an
They had,
idea
or
to anybody
beheading.
who is found guilty of a
The
crime.
the most popular execution style was beheadings. So why not just say, hey, we've got a beheading coming up. Consider this your offering. Consider this our sacrifice to you. This guy, is getting beheaded tomorrow. Boom, there's your sacrifice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cultural beliefs that I don't really buy into certain aspects of their belief, but I do respect the fact that it's a cultural thing, not a religious thing that everybody's trying to force on, or that they're trying to force on to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Christianity and Judaism, or whatever the fuck the Jewish religion is.
Yeah. Well, now a lot, like even
I don't.
What were we reading about paganism the last time? They decided, like they were doing, sacrifices, and it was just animal sacrifices, never human.
Right.
It was only animal, and the congregation started getting upset, and they were like, "No, we're not doing this anymore." And they cut that out now. They were like, okay. They're like, we're not killing. That's God's creature. How dare you? You're saying we believe in nature. Now you're killing the animals. So a lot of flips have been happening lately too with certain things that they used to do that they're not allowing them to do anymore.
Well, they consider, apparently, from what I understand, they consider paganism as a religion, not a cultural belief. It's not a culture because it doesn't stem from any particular regional culture.
What they
It's
call it
considered
is
a religion that people all over the world practice.
Yeah, a lot of these things, like the Tibetan uh, like
Tibetan.
Tibetan Druidism, whatever they call it. Like a
Tibetan.
lot of those they consider a spirituality. They don't consider it a religion
Hi,
because it
Glenn.
doesn't go with the government's idea of whatever Christianity
Well,
or
yeah,
whatever it is. So they call it
but that's not
spirituality,
paganism.
not religion.
That's not pagan. I'm speaking just specifically of paganism.
I don't know if they
Um,
consider it because like I said, I looked up a lot of them. I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm getting old. But a lot of them they don't consider actual religions. They consider them their spiritual that they just call it their spirituality
yeah, yeah,
or their traditions. They won't say it's their
right.
religion because it doesn't go with, the Roman Catholic Church, shit like
Yeah, it doesn't go with any of them, any of the organized religions, so they don't recognize it as a religion. Just
that.
like Wicca, they don't like the majority of the majority of um uh
Hi, Kyrian.
society. They don't consider Wiccan a religion either.
Right.
Although if you practice Wicca, you yourself practice it as a religion because to you it feels like a religion. I don't view
That's
any of
it.
that
What
as a,
we practice as our religion, it's not anybody else's
yeah,
religion.
it's just not a recognized one. That
It's ours. Like I have mine, you have yours, right? Mary has hers.
right,
If we all got together and we did something and we put it in as a
right,
religion, you'd have to follow all these rules of the government to make a religion.
right,
It's really hard. It's
yeah,
difficult. So they don't call them religions, but basically a lot of them are. Like I don't want to say they're not. They're so many people follow it that it should be a religion, but because it doesn't meet the qualifications, they call it, something else.
right. Kieran was asking if you were doing readings. That's Wednesdays. Makeups are on Friday.
Well, she's changing it. So
Period. Wednesdays. Wednesdays are my. No, I'm not changing what day I do the
What?
readings. Wednesdays I do readings.
Yeah, Wednesday she does readings. Didn't you say
but
like
she's changing
anybody that
stuff
missed
up.
on
So
Wednesday, you'll do a makeup like what was it, Friday or Saturday or something?
When I
What
when I
was
come back from my daughter, I'll be
Oh,
ramping the channel a little. So
right.
on um Wednesdays I'll be doing readings, but I can't do like 18 like I was doing it. It was really putting a toll on me. So like I don't want to stay longer than 2 hours doing reading. I think that's more than enough. It's
Yeah.
so two
But
hours to get
I
in
was
the
gonna ask if Karen wouldn't mind instead of a tarot reading, a what are they called again? Oracle reading.
Oracle.
I
Oh,
I got a deck of Archangel Michael Oracle cards. If she wants
ooh, you
me
want a
to
quick
draw one
oracle,
of those
Tyrion?
for her
I'm
real
sure
quick.
she'll love it. Um, yes, please. See
Okay.
that? Um, yeah,
All right. If
and then
Christina don't mind, I'll
Thursdays,
do it real quick.
yeah, go ahead. And then Thursdays I'll be doing w- we're
Hey,
gonna
that
do
one flipped up, so that's the card.
we're gonna do reviews of old investigations that were live that I never went over. So we'll be doing going over all that kind of stuff live. So you guys can help me see if we missed anything live, investigations, replays and going over them.
Right.
And then I'm gonna add one on Saturday where we do panels, we'll do games, extra readings if that's what everybody wants that day. Just read the kind of thing. So Mary and I will be doing Saturdays, just whatever floats.
Well, that's up to Christina, Diane.
Whatever
I'm
floats our
willing to
boat on
do it
Saturday.
if Christina wants to take the time out of her live stream. If other people want one, that's up to Christina.
Oh, if people want readings, we have Boomer do the readings today.
All right. Well,
Got
Kirsten, this is what fell out for.
got 40
Kirsten.
minutes left, so
So
whatever
this
we want to do.
is explore your options. Explore your options. And that's for Kirsten. So the book says, I got to turn the light on. All right. Explore your options. You've worked hard to make your current circumstances palatable. And now it's time to look at alternatives. Your coping and adaptation skills are admirable. However, Archangel Michael reminds you that it's important to be honest and authentic with yourself at all times. You don't need to compromise in any way, for Michael assures you that your needs will be met in gentle and loving ways. Possible specific meanings. Update your resume and look for another job. Know that you won't be alone if you leave an unhealthy relationship. Find new ways to heal the present situation. Research and explore your options. Change the professional you work with, such as your doctor, therapist, lawyer, and so forth. Allow yourself to daydream about possibilities. Remember that everything is possible. And there's a prayer with every reading here, and the prayer is, Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and access all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. So there you go, Kirsten. That's for you.
Oh, that's interesting, Carl.
What are your options? Let's see. Oh, never was it was made up by Daryl was known as
No, Diane, those are not.
Witchcraft. Nothing to do with Wiccan. It's a trade to build wood items. Oh, interesting.
I'll try Kirian. Like I said, the Saturday will be a whatever kind of day. So, yeah, that card was for you, Kirian.
I
I want a card, Boomer.
Keeper. All right, how do you pronounce that? It's Kieran, right?
I pronounce it Kirian, but
Yeah, well, you're adding an extra I in there.
I always call her and say, "Hi, Kirian," and that's her name.
Okay. Well, I don't see anybody else raising their hand, so let's go ahead.
I did.
Mary said she wanted
Will
one.
you let me finish? I was going to say, I'll go ahead and read one for Mary because I don't see anybody else in the chat. All right, I'll do Mary, then Diane, We'll see what happens.
Oh, I got you.
Hey, KJ.
Hey, Jay, how are you, love?
Okay, Jay.
Welcome in. I hope you're doing well.
All right. And Mary.
Yep.
Innocence. Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that's the card anyway. Innocence. I think it's going to tell you you don't have any. Innocence. Almost flipped right to it. Okay. Here you go. Archangel Michael is holding you in a comforting embrace, assuring you of your innocence. You sure you got the right person? Anyway, ask him to help you ask him to help you forgive yourself and let go of guilt, which is a heavy emotion that keeps you from experiencing inner peace. That fits. By saying, Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me forgive myself for name the specific event and for anything else I've blamed myself for. Please help me release all self blame from my mind, body, and emotions. Feel the sensation of deep release as Archangel Michael helps you embrace your true innocence. Your past behavior could never undo God's perfect handiwork in creating you as a powerful, loving, and much needed being of light and love. Possible specific meanings. The individual you're inquiring about is innocent. Purify or detoxify. You can trust the situation that you're asking about. Focus on other people's good qualities instead of their mistakes. And the prayer. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all other. Help me embrace my God given innocence so that I may be at peace. So there you go, Mary.
Thank you, Boomer.
Oh, you know what, AJ? I would love you to come up on Wednesday and do readings with me.
And I would say you're probably you. They give me the
Wow,
right
that's something
card.
she's never offered to me.
You had told me you weren't doing readings. So I said
Oh,
fine when you
She
first
did
came
ask
back.
you.
So
Now I know for a fact she asked you because I was there,
Christina, I
and you
can.
said you wasn't doing it right now, but you are now. So
yeah.
now you can go up with
I
her.
don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I
So
know you don't.
Um Black, I
I never
have
heard of that.
a few that always they love to talk, tell their stories. I have a lot of new ones here who would be willing probably to tell their stories. Especially the last like month, I really haven't felt well, so and I've been just busy, so I haven't been talking to them as much. So if they have their story to tell, they would talk to you. I'll tell you that right
Okay,
now.
Diane. Oh, wow. You're the first one that ever got this card, too. I've never read this one before. Romance angels are helping you. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong side.
Uh-uh.
Romance angels are helping you.
Let's get it
Diane,
on.
let's see what they got to say about that. Come on, where are you? Here it is. All right. Romance angels are helping you. This card validates that your prayers concerning your love life have been heard and answered. There's a special group of ethereal beings called the Romance Angels who specifically work with matters of the heart. These angels are giving you intuitive guidance to prepare you for great love. Now that I remember, I did read this for somebody before. To manifest a soulmate romance, you must express the qualities you desire in a partner. So the romance angels may ask you to make healthful lifestyle changes, focus on self improvement, learn additional interesting hobbies, or make new friends. The more that you listen to your intuition, the faster your prayers for a loving relationship will be answered. Possible specific meanings. The person you're asking about is your soulmate. You will experience a happy change in your present relationship. You are learning to love yourself. You will soon meet someone special by following your guidance. Listen to your intuition concerning exercise, diet, and other aspects of self improvement. Prayer. Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make helpful life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. So, whether it's somebody to be or somebody now, they're working on that, making it better. So, there. According to Doreen Bircher, there is. Doreen Virtue, V I
Kim, I
R
think
T U E.
Kim, I think you're the only one that heard that.
According to her, there is.
Nobody else has
See,
commented on it.
it's probably those cowboys that show up. Could be. Who knows? Yep, no problem, Diane.
Yeah, I don't
Anybody else?
remember. I know I have a lot from all different times. Look at my book, Black.
Nope, that ain't what I'm talking about, Diane.
This whole book is all their names, their ages, if they have something with them that they're holding, a certain outfit, just so I remember. Like this, there's a lot, you know. Yeah. But recently, very young. I have a lot of teenagers right now. Um, and then a whole bunch of little boys,
All right, why the hell does my phone keep?
but little girls from that country. I don't know. I heard Chips a long time ago. Yeah, early teens. That would.
What I did, Diane, was I said, when he said romance, he said, "Oh, you get the romance card," and I said, Diane, let's get it on. And I started singing the song, and I'm like, he put a little titty on, you know. And Kim's the only one that caught it. Rest of you didn't say a word. Kim's the only one that's caught it.
Yeah.
Well, I was busy reading, so I wasn't listening to anything you guys were saying.
Nobody listens to me anyway.
Not when I'm trying to give a reading. Is that it?
know. I'm teasing you.
Guess that's it. Nobody else said they wanted one, so. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you thank you, Christina, for
Thank you for reading me,
letting
Boom.
us use your time.
You're welcome. Maybe Remy. She's a little older though. I think Remy is 17. But
I'm gonna turn my
and
light off
then
again.
girl wise, like girls, I get more little boys, and there's a ton of them. And then like the girls are more like teenagers, and they all hang out together. I have like the triple Amandas. Now there's 4. I'm sorry. She's like 4 now. I'm like, okay, 4 Amandas. They're all 17. Like
Oh, well,
they
nobody
hang out
said anything,
together.
Tim. Sorry. My co-host ain't keeping track. I'll pull you a card, Kim. I thought my co-hosts were writing them down, but they're off doing their own thing. All right, one for Kim.
One for Kim.
All right, let's see. Kim. Oh, you got innocence too. Shall I repeat it? You want me to read it again, or did you hear Mary's? Yeah, sure, Carl.
You need to
All right.
read it to her, Boomer, because when
I
she
am. I
listens
was
to
making
it,
a
when
joke.
it's for her, she may interpret it different than it
I
was for me.
I know. I was just making a joke. I
All right.
got the book right here, open to it, ready to read. Okay. Archangel Michael is holding you in a comforting embrace, assuring you of your innocence. Ask him to help you forgive yourself and let go of guilt, which is a heavy emotion that keeps you from experiencing inner peace. By saying, Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me forgive myself for name the specific event and for anything else I blame myself for. Please help me release all self blame from my mind, body, and emotions. Feel the sensation of deep release as Archangel Michael helps you embrace your true innocence. You your past behavior could never undo God's perfect handiwork in creating you as a powerful, loving, and much needed being of light and love. Possible specific meanings. The individual you're inquiring about is innocent. Purify or detoxify. You can trust the situation that you're asking about. Focus on other people's good qualities instead of their mistakes. Prayer. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God given innocence so that I may be at peace. So there you go, Kim. And who was the other one? Carl?
Carl.
Carl wants a reading.
Carl. Carl. All right. We'll pull one for Carl. If there was anybody else, speak now.
Well,
And my
you should
two
give the host
co-hosts will take notes.
one.
What?
You should give the host one, no?
Well, you didn't speak up, woman.
That should just be a given.
Not for me. I don't always ask for a reading when I'm host. All right. Carl, the spirits have spoken, and it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. All right. We'll get there eventually. Where is it? It's got to be right after. Yep, right after innocence. All right, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael has heard your pleas for help, and his answer comes to you through this card: leave. You've been enduring a toxic situation for far too long, investing time and energy that isn't yielding helpful results. This experience isn't beneficial for you or the other people involved. You don't need to remain in negativity, beloved one. Walk away without guilt or hesitation. The angels will assist you to ensure that the parting is as harmonious as possible. And Archangel Michael will shield and protect you. Follow your inner guidance every step of the way, and the transition will be smooth. Possible specific meanings: apply for a new job, detoxify from alcohol, cigarettes, or other drugs, see a relationship counselor, speak honestly to someone with whom you're having difficulties, eat a more healthful diet, get a second medical opinion, consult a divorce attorney, move to a new home. Make sure that your environment is free of chemicals and toxins. Prayer: Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So there you go, Carl. All right. Next, I guess it'd be Christina.
That left a wide open. Thanks, Carl. That's good.
Interesting. Hey, no problem, Carl.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you're the last one to speak up.
Yay for me.
Anybody else? All right, let's see. We have go forward fearlessly.
Ooh. Look at that. And is that a crystal ball?
I can't quite tell. It could be. It looks like an orb
Oh.
of some sort, or
Last week one came by,
something
Dragon,
with
but
a candle in it. Oh.
he left. He just came for one thing.
All right, let's see.
And he was here
KJ puts her hand up. Okay, I'll get you after Christina then. Wow, flip right to it. So there. That's an omen. A good omen. Go forward fearlessly. This card is a sign that you're on the right path and that it's safe for you to move forward with your plans. As long as you hold intentions that are focused on your heart's desire, your steps will be automatically poised in the right direction. Right now, it's important for you to take action, no matter how small or seemingly inconsequential, toward your desired outcome. Ask Archangel Michael for guidance by saying, "Please show me the next step," and he'll come to your aid, and all the while, he'll also be protecting and supporting you through these significant life changes. Possible specific meanings. You're supported as you make a life change. Leave an unhealthy situation. It's a good time to start a new business or other venture. Enter this relationship with an open heart and mind. This is the right choice for you. Prayer. Thank you for walking me Thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. All right. After reading that, I got this vision of this bay window with this logo on it saying, um, uh, um, got a big mug of coffee, and it says coffee, and I can't make out the second word. It's kind of blurry. What is it? Anyway.
So I should open a coffee shop, Boomer?
Coffee and something. What were we saying the other night? We were going to make
Pastries,
for?
pastries.
No,
Crossovers.
Yes, there you go. Coffee and crossovers with Christina Ghost Squad. There you go. That's your new adventure. Yep. Anyway, all right. So KJ. Hello, Christine from Austria. I did that on purpose. Don't nobody say nothing. All right. So KJ from down under, also from Austria. Just kidding. All right. Write about your thoughts and feelings. Oi, she says. Oi. There you go. Write about your thoughts
Hi,
and
Christine.
feelings. Okay, W is before Y, Boomer. There you go. Write about your thoughts and feelings. This card indicates that you're confused by conflicted feelings and are unsure of which direction to go in. Archangel Michael will help you delve into your emotions, peeling away the layers in order to reach your inner core of truth. He guides you to write down everything you're thinking and feeling without editing or censoring your words. Keeping a private journal will enable you to gain insights into the nature of what you genuinely desire. This clarity will illuminate the steps you need to take next. Possible specific meanings. Pursue creative writing as a hobby or career. Take a writing course. Writing is part of your divine life purpose. Learn a new language. Join a writer's group. submit your writing to a publisher or magazine. Thank you for helping me tap into my God given creativity and wisdom. So I certainly wait and wisdom. So I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. That was the prayer. So there you go. Right. Write something. Release the inner beast. Let's see. He came black because he needed a guide, but the other day. Okay, let's see. I'm actually
Sorry,
writing my
I
life
was writing
story for
my
my
stuff black
children
there.
and brushing up on my sign language. Awesome, KJ. See, spirits know. The spirits know.
Yes.
Was that it? Was KJ the last one? Because I think I got to run downstairs and grab something to eat real quick.
Oh yeah. That it could be because like the one that was here the other day who left, I know he left. He was a nature one because he was looking for a guide to the forest. So
You're
um
welcome, KJ. I'll be back.
so but but yesterday I think it was, yeah, because I cleaned the bowl this morning. Yesterday there I just heard you should put another bowl. So I'm like, oh okay, so there's probably a fae here because they won't eat out of the other bowl. So I normally have 4 bowls out, right? One for the human spirits, one for the deities, one for my protector, and then one for the elementals. So then if they tell me to put on an extra bowl, I know it's because there's somebody else here that is not part of those groups. It's not that, yeah, it's not that like they're unsocial, it's just that they keep to themselves. They keep to themselves. Yeah. Mary threw herself out. Where'd you go? Okay. I added you and then it didn't add you. I don't know what happened there. But here we are. Here's Mary.
Yeah, I kicked myself out.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I did. I don't even know how. Um,
So other than me hearing
lucky I
that,
haven't hit the end stream. That's what I was worried I hit.
oh,
I'm like, did I hit that? I'm like, no, no, no.
mm-mm.
I'll get on the laptop next time because I don't want to be switching us around here, there, and everywhere, messing it all up. I got
Mary's
used to
pressing
the screen
buttons.
on my phone, man, and it throws you in a different spot.
Yeah. So it could be very possible. 'Cause like I said, all I heard was, "Can you put an extra bowl?" So I did. But that person didn't. That that entity didn't tell me like, oh, they were. But I assumed it was some kind of fae or fairy folk because they're the only ones that would like require an extra bowl.
Mary was trying to get the boot and boot herself instead.
Yeah.
I wasn't giving nobody the boot. I wouldn't do that to y'all.
Mhm. Mary's
Now
like,
somebody,
enough of this live stream. We're ending it now.
now somebody comes in and starts crap, I can boot them real quick. Let me tell you. Trust me, I got a temper if I want to use it. I just don't. I choose not to. I choose to be nice and tranquil and zen,
There you go.
but don't push my buttons. because I'll push back. What, Carl? Are you butt dialing us?
You, Mary. Just a big old you.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I keep hearing something blowing hard.
Me.
I got a short fuse too, Mary. Yeah.
Well,
Me, not so
I
much.
wouldn't say that it's really short. It gets short, depends on what the argument is. It can get really short. It can go from 90 to 100%. I mean, it can go from like 10% to 100% if you mess with my kids or somebody I love real dearly. I can be ugly real quick, but most time it takes a little while.
Black. Most certainly not. Um,
Black. Now who's flirting?
we need to. Well, if Mary gets the computer set up, then Mary can help me in the beginning until I figure it all out. When I want to do my when I want to do the review of the live streams, so we could play the video, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll see if my son will bring my computer in here so I can set it up. I just hadn't brought it in here and done it. It's in the bedroom. But I'll see about him bringing it in here and setting it up. I got a laptop in here, though. I could use it.
Oh yeah, you could do the laptop for the. You don't have to do the.
Well, I don't have to. I know. I can do the laptop. It's a gaming laptop.
Well, yeah, you just need it for the share screen.
Yeah, I can do all that.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do on Thursdays. I want to do. Cause I did so many live streams that were like, and I only got a chance, I think, to go over 2 maybe live streams that and I only did certain parts of them. Like, so like I did an 8-hour live stream when I went to the Patchogue Hanging. So I put out the part where we were on the train. I knew something weird was going on that train, but I didn't know what the hell it was. And I put so I cut out all the other mashiva, and I just did from like got on the train to when I got off the train, like when I stopped the live on the train. So that was like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But
Hang
like
on, Shell. He's having a snack to
all the
keep his energy up.
yeah, so all the weird things that happened on that train ride. Anyway, once I played that video back live, and Sherry was like, "Do you see the kid?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, there was a little boy on that train." And then I'm like, "Wait, do you see the guy in the window?" Like, so you can tell the reflections were from people inside that would have been inside the train with me. Because the way you saw my reflection in the window, you saw theirs. You couldn't see anything outside because it was black and the train was moving, right?
All right.
So you knew that those reflections were coming from the inside of the train.
All
But
right.
I was on a live stream sitting there. There was no one on that train but me. And there was all these people in the train. And I was like, what the hell? Crazy, crazy, crazy. So because I did so many live streams, and when you're doing a live stream, if you don't catch it with your eyes, you're not catching it, right? So I said, I did so many live streams. I'd really like to replay them and really look at the evidence and see.
One like the ones. Remember you showed me one a long time ago that you didn't realize what you caught, and I kept pointing at stuff, and I'm like, "There's this, and this, and it," and you like,
Yeah.
because you didn't realize it until you went back and watched it.
Yeah, you can't. Like, and I didn't have time. I was working
Like the
70
guy on
hours
on
back
the
then.
loading dock or whatever it is.
Yeah. 70 hours I was working back then and trying to do all these investigations. So
Yeah,
if I
it
did the
was
investigation
crazy.
live to save myself the trouble of editing, I wasn't going back and watching that live. But then I realized that there was a lot of stuff that was caught on those live streams and like such good evidence.
Yeah,
Even I edited videos. Like I took 8 hours of filming at a place called um oh, what the hell was that place called?
it was
Oh,
that hospital, wasn't it, or that
yes, King
Yeah,
uh King
King
Psychiatric Park now because they made it
King.
a park. It's
Yeah,
all abandoned psychiatric hospitals. Well, I went for
yeah,
my birthday with the boys, okay? And I did a whole investigation outside, and they actually went into the houses
yep,
and they were taking video, the both of them. So I didn't only have my video to edit, I had theirs. So it was like literally like,
bye, KJ.
oh, good night, KJ. Much love to you. It was literally like 8 hours of filming. Some were there, some were mine. They filmed crazy on their phones. They kept flipping their phones. The phones were, I was like, holy shit. So by the time I went through, I missed a lot of stuff. I
Yep,
went back to look at this one video because I wanted to do like the best disembodied voices. And when I went back to see that video, I realized that I caught that not me, one of the boys that was filming
yeah,
caught
but me too.
caught full body apparition walking out of one of the doorways that I missed because I was too busy listening at to the disembodied voice at the time, and I was so tired from doing all the video editing that I missed it. And I was like, what the hell? So yeah, so that's why I decided on Thursdays that I want to go back and like just relook at the live streams, because even the ones that I actually edited, even regular videos that I actually edited, now that we know more and we can see more, especially myself, I would like to relook at them. I think it would be fun to go over both, to go over and look at the evidence. You know?
I used to do that to everybody's video. They'd be sending me.
There you go, Black.
They stopped because I got to where I just couldn't do it no more. They'd send me video after video. Hey, can you look through this, see what you see? And it just was getting to be crazy. I mean, I was getting 5 and 6 videos a day to go through, and I'm like, look, I
I'll
can't
do a
do all
live
that. This is
stream
for a living.
tomorrow for just card readings.
And then the one is one I seen the, I
That'd be
could
great.
literally
Boom.
see the energy and the residual energy from this entire family standing there by a tree. And I'm like, this is crazy that I can see this. It was in a video, or yeah, it was in the video, but it was a picture like they were still, they wasn't walking or nothing. And but I could see them, and then in the further down, you could see a spirit walking, just walking across there, a woman, and you knew she was a spirit because you could see right through her. I mean, literally right through her. And if you look down, she had no feet. Feet wasn't there. She had her legs was there, but not a lot. Not clearly because you could see through her. But it was just crazy. I mean, I was floored when I caught that,
The
and I
spirit of
couldn't
somebody
believe
who
he
was
catch
hobbled.
that. But he wasn't a paranormal person. He was just an explorer, and he was out doing these old buildings and stuff. And he just said, "Well, maybe see what you can pick up in my videos." So that's what I did. And he's like, "Oh my god." That's a full body apparition. That's a pretty much full body. I said, she got no feet, but she's there.
Wow, so they changed the dialect of rock, Carl. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's why the spelling of my last name is spelt 9 different fucking ways. Well, one of the reasons. The other reason is they didn't do very well at spelling back in the day when you
Well,
would
my mom's maiden name,
take
Whitfield,
recording.
they changed it, and my maiden name is Bean, and they had actually changed it from the original years ago, and then but Whitfield was God. I don't remember. It was it. It had like I can't remember exactly, but it was like it wasn't spelt like it's spelt now, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just jumbled, I guess. But they changed it, so I don't. Yeah,
I
it was.
I
It
know they
was. Phil,
changed
I
the
agree.
Yeah, somewhere
pronunciation.
so somewhere in the UK in one of the Shire areas, there's Sheer or Shire, or however you pronounce it. In one of those areas, there's a cemetery with 9 plots of a father and sons who are of the same blood, same family, grew up in the same, but every headstone has a different spelling of their last name.
Oh my god.
But they're all, they all
Oh, they
have the
did
same
it. They
surname.
shortened
They
them a
just
lot.
spelt them differently because back then keeping records wasn't like top priority to them. They would misspell words or whatever. And finally, to this day, you finally come up with what is now known as our surname, which you're not gonna know anyway.
If your surname has a E, it's French or Dutch. So that'd be Frank because they spell it's like I told Boomer earlier. It's spelled it sounds as Neil. That's why it's supposed to be said, but a lot of people call it say Neely because there's an E on the end, but the E is silent. And I
Yeah.
have to correct people all the time about it. You'd be surprised. It's not a lot of people, but more than I thought there would be that don't get it right. That says it wrong.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my last name in Italy, they would pronounce it Saki. And when they came here to America, my grandparents, they were like, we're gonna think we're Asian. So when they asked, they're like, our name is Sachi. And I think they added the C, an extra C, and that's why our last name is Sacchi. My father's like, it's such a weird name that anybody who has that name is probably related to us. I've only met two other families that have my last name. And it's funny when I met the lady, I was working at the union, and I'm like, my father says everybody who has this last name is related. My mother used to say that. She goes, maybe we are related. I go, maybe, I don't
Well,
know.
Well, that's another thing. That's
I
another
have a
thing
lot
why
of
they
friends who
changed
have
it
their
because
name. They have
other,
last names spelt with double CE, and the rule of thumb is CCE is a she. They pronounce CCE as a sh sound. So like it'd be sashi, sachet, whatever. But anyway, what was that,
But we
Mary?
were we were Sackies.
well, a lot of them would change their name because if it's family oriented, so they would make it sure that they didn't have a name like somebody else. Say like this family over here that's no blood relations has the same name as you. Well, you change yours to pronounce it different or that it looks different anyway, pronounced the same but looks different. So you would stand out in your own family.
Yeah,
So your own family would have its own mark, I would say, or however you want to put that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the reasons why they would do that.
yeah.
My last name dates back to royalty.
Your name would link. to a trade, Mary. Yeah, I on Frank's. Yeah, my maiden name is Bean, but my mom was a Whitfield, and the Whitfield family dates back to actually to the kings and queens, and we actually had a castle that was we had a there's Neil Castle too that is in Frank's family, but the castle on the Whitfield side is well, they called him a duke. He was a duke or something like that. Yeah, and he had this castle.
Mm.
What? Huh? Oh.
What?
She's talking to Frank.
Oh, hi, Frank.
He says hi.
We heard him. Hi,
Yeah, I
Frank.
heard it. It sounded robotic.
Um.
You really need to get that computer set up, Mary.
Oh, secretary
Your
would have.
phone just ain't
I
cutting
I
it.
could see that.
Last name.
Those with my lab
Uh-huh.
are related to me. Yeah, it's safe to say anybody with our last name's got to be related.
Oh, really, Shelley? That's terrible. Um,
There's a
my
7.
my grandmothers, so my great grandparents, um, they came here from Turkey when they it was part of Greece, and then Turkey took over this part of Greece and kicked them out, and they came here to the United States. I don't know what their original last name was, but when they were in Greece/Turkey, um, when they were in that area, they had a store that sold all American stuff. So everybody called them the Americanos because they had American stuff. So when they came over, they called themselves the Americanos. That was their last name. They didn't keep their last names. They made it up like, yeah, we're the Americanos. So you can't even find anything on them. I'm like, what the hell did they do
I
that for
just
anyway? So they came here. They were the Americanos, and my grandmother even lied about her age, and so did her sister when she came. And her sister had to work another 5 years to get her pension because she lied when she came here about her age. See what vanity does to you? So instead of working till 65, she had to work till 70. Technically, though, she was 65 according to her her records. But wow, that's fun, Carl. Yeah, so see, it's when you can trace it back, it's nice. Me trying to do my family tree is like impossible because both of them kind of
Oh, I've
changed
got
the
quite a
name a
bit
little when
done,
they
but
came over here. One from Italy, one from Greece. So they kind of changed their names a little. So it's like, yeah, well, how do I find even the census? Like they had my uh my aunt at the time who was like 12 fill out the census, and she would fill it out and spell like my
census.
great grandmother's name's wrong. Like she spelled it two different ways. And I'm like, gosh darn it.
Nobody in my family ever really spoke of our heritage and shit. All I know is my dad's side, his dad has German heritage, and his mom had Native American heritage. On my mom's side, uh, her dad had, I think, Polish heritage or something. I don't know, or vice versa. And her mom had Native American heritage. I may have got the grandfathers mixed up.
I'm all European, it seems.
But the family name dates back to 10 AD, I think. In Scotland, our family name was the part of the invasion in Europe, where the Saxons sacked one of the shires. I can never remember what they were, but anyway, I had to find out my history through running our family name through family, what's it called?
Oh, the ancestry?
Ancestry, yeah. I had to run it through Ancestry, and I found somebody online who was posting stuff, and I found our family shield, or otherwise known as, what the hell they call it, crest. Our family crest.
Box.
It's pretty cool family crest too. There's like 3 different variants of it, but it's basically all the same. It changed over the years, but basically the same. The hillbillies.
Yeah, because you had rare surnames, right?
Williams is a rare surname.
He said it was easier to find his heritage where he is because his name is rare. So it was easy to go back.
Williams is one of the most common names there are. Guess what is the most common surname?
But not where he is. He's in. Where are you in the? Where's Carl in the UK? Right? Having a brain fart.
Oh, Carl's in the UK. Oh, I'm going based on a search I did the other day. It was most common surnames in America. So
right,
could be
Mary.
different.
He's in Mary. Carl's in the UK,
But,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. See, there you go. Okay, Shelly. So. Yeah,
all right, Shelly.
I have a brain fart or
I gotta
not.
go lay down
I'm pretty
for a
sure
while.
he's
My
not.
back is killing me. My back's starting to burn, so I gotta go lay down.
Yeah, and we're getting
ready to get off here
because
too.
we said we were only going to go no longer than 2.5 hours anyway.
Well, I'm gonna say much love. Keep it real.
Night, Booger.
Good night. Thanks for sharing.
Take long when we leave. Night, everybody. Much love.
Yes.
I'll be on Messenger when I ain't playing the game.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go back and play our game. Well, I'm gonna make a fun dessert. Maybe the one that Shelly's. No, Regina. Regina sent me a fun dessert. I might make that.
I got one I'm gonna make this week sometime.
And then you guys will see it because I will video it. But yeah, I have to start getting ready for my daughter's wedding. That's why I've been doing. We're gonna do a little shorter. So I will put out the outro. Thank you, Black, again for becoming a member. Thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out with us today.
Thank you, everybody.
I super appreciate it. And we'll put the outro. And not this Saturday, I won't do a live stream. Starting when I come back from my daughter's, I'll put a video out showing the changes and the live stream schedule. And so then you'll know.
It'll be a couple weeks because she's not going. You're not leaving until the 6th, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving the 6th. That's next week, isn't it? Basically, it's the
next week.
Day.
Yeah, the first is Saturday, so you got about 6 days. You got 6 or 7 days, left before you even leave yet.
Yeah, so we won't be
No.
doing anything though. Next week I won't be doing anything because I have to pack, just get myself together.
Right, right.
So I probably won't do any live streams. I'll be doing them the next week after when I come back from our wedding, and then
I might do one so y'all don't have a heart attack because you didn't have one.
yes, maybe she'll do one. Boomer said he's gonna go live to do cards tomorrow, so make sure you have those notifications on.
And he don't set it up ahead of time, y'all. So it's a guess situation on what time he's gonna do it. So
Right, so you have to have your notifications on, and yeah, so theme ending. I have one of those things here. Here we go. Look at that. Alrighty, we'll see you guys soon.
all right, good night, everybody.
Where's our outros? Where is an outro?
Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted.